All right, fam. Test this thing out here. Diablo, Del Boy Diablo, Diablo TV, going live, suckers. How do I get people? How do I get the damn comments in here? How do I get the people comments? Community moderation, live chat on, participate anyone, block word none, okay. No. How do I? How do I get the damn comments on this motherfucker? Oh, hey, I see somebody. I'm lighting my face too much. I'm lighting too much in my face. Read 1986. First time trying this thing out. Bright and firm. Bright and firm in the house. Okay, so first time I'm trying this out. Let me see. Okay, read or read 1986. That's Reading. Saying what's up, Del Boy, you Reading? Cheers. Brighton. Woo! I love Brighton, baby. As far as those goals, I don't know, I know about the mods and rockers at bank holiday riots. Were they seaside punch-ups? Nothing more than seaside punch-ups? I read that somewhere. Oh, that who Tommy is? Ah, he's all right. He's not that much of a mug. So yeah, if you've seen that, so now the cat is out of the bag. You know what I mean? No Americans thought it was real because everybody here has been more clued up on combat sports and pro wrestling. It was obviously a work, shoot. That's pro wrestling terms. Because the fact of the matter is, as everybody knows, all the promoters know, everybody knows I'm going back for my second title fight. And after I did an influencer match last year for a title, it was ruled a draw. Most people thought I won against a man like Don's. Big up the man like Don's. That's the best influencer boxer outside of Misfits. I watched him win a 4-man tournament on the undercard of Chris Cyborg. She fought Ariana Wild. I was there. I watched that man like Don's win a 4-man tournament, and they couldn't find anybody that would fight me in my division or whatever like that. Everybody backed out. A week before, I didn't have an opponent, so they had to put Don. So now at this point, I'm going for a white collar or semi-pro title for the Southwest title, April 5th in Plymouth. Ideally, I win that, then I'm looking to go for the English title, Scottish title, Irish title. I'll take all the belts back home to America with me, you feel me? But everybody who knows the fighting game, every promoter out there, Derek Diablo versus Stephen Yaxley, Tommy Robinson is the biggest boxing match in England. Sorry, Mr. Tyson Fury. Sorry, Mr. Anthony Joshua. All you guys are great at what you do, but I did that publicity stunt where I punked Tommy and the Central Club. Hey, Tommy didn't know what happened until he got outside, and then when he saw I got serious and took my shirt off, he got scared and left. I stayed there with the Central Club filming content. So let me see who else we got in there. Diablo video links, ha ha ha. Not sure what that means. But yeah, fam, so My little private warehouse gym. Not much coming along. You know, got the speed bag. Gonna be mounting that up. You know, still a mess. Got my stuff. Bam, bam. You know, I gotta clear out and got the old glory. Old glory. Oh, say, can you see? America, #1, baby. Got me. Come on, Bionic. Where you at, Bionic? But yeah, gonna be live streaming from here, you dig? Big things. Gonna start live streaming on here. And who knows? Maybe I get a contract with Kick. That's what I'm maybe thinking about doing, as I like their earnings percentages. You feel me? 90% for creators. So for all my people, all my supporters, all my fans out there in television land, Diablo TV, this is going to be free for you always, baby. Could go on Patreon and do all that, but nah, they got so far I've only used the regular YouTube long form videos. That's what I like. I don't like to be cut down in a minute. And then, you know, shorts, the YouTube shorts, I got some of them. And they get more hits. They get more views because most people is simple-minded. Most people got a small mind. So they're not able to pay attention for a long time. But guess what? I can't be bothered. So that's why I do long form videos. And I don't care about no editing and all that stuff. I don't need no editing, champ. All you got to do is push the button and film, and you're going to get solid gold every time. So I say, boom, put a cracker on it, dude. Say what's up to the man like a stale cracker. One of the people I watch. That's another one. I want to make a video content about that, more about channels I watch. You know what I mean? I've done one, Black Conservative Perspective. He's good. Let's see. Let me see. What else we got in here? Yeah, he actually is in jail now. On what? What kind of charge? He's like a AOC. If you know who AOC is in America, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and other politicians or people like him, they go around getting themselves arrested on petty charges to stay in the media, to collect donations. I did that publicity stunt for DAZN Boxing, for Misfits Boxing with Yaxley and Central Club. I did that. That's January 2023. That's 2 years ago. He could have made. He will make now. It's only more money now. Kester won. He got at Barrister. He's got a man like Dean Cooper. He said it in the podcast. Look at big up the man like Kester One, Big Rat TV. Look at his podcast with me from last year. It's called American Hooligan in Cadoxton. Cadoxton is Paddy, Wales. Understand? Outside Cardiff. He says it right there. The offer's still open. On the table. So Mr. Yaxley, you sat in prison now. VIP, got his own wing. Oh, I never did no time like that. Get your own wing cleared out for you. He's a special VIP over there, I guess. Don't got to do real time. Getting himself arrested on petty charges. But anyway, he could be it's over 10 million pounds by this point. Because now he's gotten famous over here. Have Elon Musk in his corner. I'll have Keir Starmer in my corner. How's about that? But he won't do it. To all his supporters out there, it's a bit perplexing now. And everybody's realizing, oh, so that podcast was a joke? Yeah. It's the best work shoot since David Letterman and Andy Kaufman and Jerry the King Lawler. Andy Kaufman is my favorite comedian. That's what I'm influenced by. So that podcast, I was influenced by Andy Kaufman. It's quite simple. Wind the cunt up and get him to kick off. That was a plan we had. With Plymouth sent me there with, and I executed it. You know, but that's all right. I got to make peanuts in comparison, but I'm a fighting man. So I go fight for the honor and the respect and for the glory. I'm fighting for that. TFC, biggest white-collar, semi-pro sanctioning body in all of UK. Fighting for the Southwest title versus that low-down bionic boxing barber, Clint Osborne, Gamecock, Cornish Gamecock. Where you at, sucker? But I'm fighting for that title. So now it's like, now already too many people seeing it. So already, Tommy Robinson's people wouldn't let him fight me. But why? Because they don't want him to get humiliated. It's not humiliated to lose a fighting match. You know, I've lost matches, maybe less than 10% of the ones I've ever fought in since 1982 when I began competing in combat sports. Yeah, I'm gonna do some training here now. You feel me? After I hang up with this. Well, let's see. Yeah, contempt of court. What have I been in? I've been in prison for gang violence, fighting Nazi skinheads. You feel me? So he can go around. He'd rather be sat in jail right now than sitting somewhere on an island on millions of pounds. The offer is open right now. Still, his name's only gotten bigger. My name's only gotten bigger. He starts the negotiation at 10 million pounds. Can you imagine all the boxers and fighters that have worked hard all their life and sacrificed everything? Many who will never make money. And Tommy Robinson can make over 10 million pounds for a white collar match. 3 rounds, 16-ounce gloves. I'm moving beyond that. They're going to give me more rounds and smaller gloves because, you know, I'm working my way. I don't know if I'll get to be a pro boxer in UK, maybe. Because I'm already fighting. I've already moved in one fight from influencer to white collar, semi-pro. America, they don't have that. But what's the difference? What's the difference of white collar, semi-pro, and professional boxing? People are paying money, you making money, you in a ring, you getting belts, people are coming to see you, it's on pay-per-view. Sure looks like professional boxing to me. But you know, I'm not gonna sit around and wait for you actually to one day have the courage to do a fight, to do a boxing match one-on-one. Or everybody already knows he can't fight. I knew that. That's why I call him Tommy Soft Hands going into it. You see how I behaved in that podcast. I don't behave like that in real life. I did it deliberately to make him kick off on me, defend myself, shout out the zone, big up the man like I used to call him Jippo Ryan because I didn't know Jippo was a bad thing. I called him that to the other lads, and they think it's funny because he told me we're kind of like gypsies, his boxing booth, carnies. I didn't realize that. So in time, hanging around with traveling people and stuff like that, I realized that term Jippo is considered it's offensive to them. You feel me? And that's the kind of I respect that group of people, traveling people, gypsies. You mean I like them, so I'm not gonna call them something that they don't respect. I thought Jippo, I guess it's like Paki, because or Muzis, you know, those terms. It's just short for Pakistani. It's just short for Muslim, but then I guess it gets racially charged, so people don't like those terms. But I didn't realize that Jippo was a bad term. Sorry for those people. Travelers is what they like to be called, traveling people. And so anyway, my man Plymouth Ryan, you know, I was already in negotiations. It's all on my channel. You can see it on the videos. I just made a new short version for you guys. I was already in negotiation with the Zone Boxing. It was Misfits, but I didn't realize it. And they offered me, it's all on the channel, you can see it. They offered me to be on the undercard of KSI versus Face Temper. And then since Central Club, they would pay to invest money in me to film me. And, you know, they're thinking I'm going to cause viral videos everywhere I go. But me doing my regular comedic stuff and being myself is not viral content, you know? So Collins, oh, Dale, we got to get some viral content. After by like the second day, Tuesday. But after we're filming for one whole day, he's like, we got to get viral content. He tried to take me to the Cardiff market. He said, why don't you just kick off on somebody? So he wants me to like do like I guess these streamers do, that they just like be a dick to people for no reason and cause a scene for viral content. I'm not gonna do that. I don't do that. I don't behave like that. So then he came up with the idea, because he's obviously friends with Tommy and he supports him and all that. Hey, how about would you agree to do a podcast with Tommy Robinson, a left versus right debate? And he's pressuring me to do viral content. And I'm like, mate, I left politics in 2017. I'm like, I don't care about that right now. Like, I'm not out there representing that. I don't know any leftists really in UK. Most of my friends are all right wing. In the UK, they're all hooligans, mainly. So I says, yeah, I'll do it. And then I figured, okay, well, how do I turn this into the Zone? You know, how do I make this into a big money boxing match? This opportunity for me and Tommy. I assume that everybody out there, let alone everybody who's a white collar boxer, I assume that every man, let alone a fighting man, somebody who calls himself a hooligan, somebody who calls himself an extremist, I assume every man would do a boxing match for $1 million, £1,000,000 or more. For Yaxley, it's over 10 million pounds, only getting bigger. But he's not that guy. He'd rather get himself arrested on petty charges that you're going to get out, not serious charges. You know, that's the idea of the protest movement he has. Going, showing your face and getting arrested. Antifa, I've been in the protest movement, Black Bloc Action. We did bad things. Horrible things. A lot of destruction. How many times did I get arrested for it? You don't have to get arrested. He wants to. But, yeah, so look, we're on the podcast. We're on this live stream for the first time. And, of course, the Tommy Robinson comes up. But I don't want to overshadow Bionic Boxing Barber. April 5th in Plymouth. Doghouse Boxing presents. Man like Del Boy Diablo fighting for the 69 kilos Masters title. Understand? And I hear they got the man like Matt McGarry, Dirty Harry on there, baby. Woo! I'm a fan of his. That's going to be co-main event. I want to see him. I want me and Bionic to go before Matt McGarry. You understand? Here, who else they got? They got my man. They got a man like Carson Gardner. He's in Thailand right now training Muay Thai. Big up Carson Gardner. He's the future TCE. We are Central Element. Baby waist, you understand? You got the man like Carson Gardner. Ooh, and you got the man Death Row, Lloyd Rowe. It's a dangerous geezer in there, buddy, a young man. I stepped into that doghouse gym outside. I didn't know what they were going to do with me. I didn't know, they take you in there and try to chin you. You know, that's how you do it in a lot of gyms. You wear the guy out, and especially somebody like me with a target on my back, name on my big name. I'm looking around seeing who's the most dangerous guys in the gym. I seen that Mr. Lloyd Rowe, that young man working there with Bradley on the pads. I said, son of a gun. You know, I'm gonna go pack me a lunch real quick if I got to spar this bloke. But exciting fighter. I'm looking forward to being on the same card with him. But yeah, it goes back to the Tommy Robinson. Oh man, what a! Now they told me. They say that he could start his negotiations at 10 million pounds, and that I don't have as big of a name. I'm not going to get that. They say, Del, will you take £1 million? Wembley Conference Arena, headlining event. It's only going to get bigger. And then I'm attached to him, and snowballing. I want Prime Minister Keir Starmer to see it. Boom. I want him to get involved. You understand? And Elon Musk can be in Yaxley's corner, and I'd like to have Mr. Keir Starmer, brother, in my corner. Yeah, that would be good. Woo, we'll make this the biggest fight in the world. Riyadh season. Saudi Arabia, I'm talking to you. Derek Diablo versus Tommy Robinson, imposter Tommy Robinson, a.k.a. Stephen Yaxley. That's a funny one. How about that? How's it come? Everybody shows his real name, Stephen Yaxley Lennon. And then he says, "Oh yeah, I picked the Tommy Robinson name to hide my identity." No, you didn't. You ripped it off. But it's one thing if you are a reggae artist and you call yourself Al Capone, or you're a rapper and you name yourself Rick Ross off a drug dealer or 50 Cent. You're not saying you're that person. But Stephen Yaxley is a kid that grew up in Luton, looking up to Tommy Robinson, the real Tommy Robinson, who I'd met, who I had a meeting with in Cardiff, along with my lieutenant being Kester One and his lieutenant from the Luton MiGs. We met up and we had a good time, didn't we? He was coaching me for years on fashion advice and elsewhere. The real Tommy Robinson reached out to me. We've been talking for years. Maybe we'll meet up again this time when I go over. Secretly, he don't want no fame. It messed up his life. That's what messes up most people's lives when they make the hooligan books. So the real Tommy Robinson wrote the book, Rolling with the MiG Crew and MiG Down. So when Stephen Yaxley grew up, he looked up to the real Tommy Robinson who wrote those books. And the thing is, they look alike. And then the real Tommy Robinson got all the heat, like a lot of people, Mark Chester, a lot of people get hot shot from Manchester. When you come out with these books, the man like a Red Army general, his name is escaping me right now, wrote that book in Manchester, Red Army. He got shot. And Tony O'Neill, he got shot at his book opening. So it's different in America. We glorify gangster culture. It's a gangsterized country. So you got Snoop Dogg, who's a Crip, and he's out there with Martha Stewart. You got loads of different drill rappers who are all gang affiliated, and they're get Grammys. In England, gangster culture is not as glorified. So the Yaxley, he took advantage and stole the identity of Tommy Robinson, and they look alike. I was in Cardiff. And I was walking to the stadium with Mr. Jonathan Evans and Nailsy and the others and Mr. Ennis Abraham. I'm talking to Jonathan Evans about it all because I met with him and Ennis Abraham the next morning for breakfast. They didn't know that Tommy Robinson, the imposter Tommy Robinson, the political guy, Stephen Yaxley, they didn't know that that's not the real Tommy Robinson. He's stolen his identity 100%. But how come Yaxley won't say that? Just admit it. That you used to look up to the real Tommy Robinson, and you knew he had gone away because he got in trouble for writing the hooligan books and exposing his identity, and you stole his identity and pass yourself off as being the leader of the Luton Migs. Ooh, this is only going to get bigger. What do we got in his comments? Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gotti type action. I want to see. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, definitely that. Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gotti. What a fight. Thanks for telling. What's your advice for a regular guy? I don't know that one. Elon Musk. Hey, is that you there, Elon Musk? Oh, can I talk about the Vice documentary? Yeah, I can. Hey, I can't see the time. I got to get ready. I got somebody coming over here to train with me. Can one of you guys tell me what time it is in the comments? Well, the Vice documentary. I'm gonna have to cut off soon because I gotta get ready. I gotta mop the mat. Yeah, 6:15. Ideal. Thank you. Who's that? I can scarcely see this, man. This is on my cell phone. I'm gonna have to use my tablet next time or something. This ain't. I don't like this. I can scarcely see that name. Anyway, okay. So if it's 6:15, okay, I gotta wrap up. This is a test. I never tried this before, but the type of content I do is just me talking anyway. So it's not like I have fancy edited videos that I'm going down in quality. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Basically. But I've been waiting to use the live stream function until I had a place that I could do that. So I'm gonna be in here training. I got my man Coach Demetrius. He's here in Boca. He's UFC. He's a UFC coach. He works in UFC, one of the UFC gyms. He's gonna be my American coach. Shout out to the man like Coach Liam Devil DeBill, Shorefield Park Boxing. He's the one who coached me last time, you feel me? And he's going to be coaching me remote. I'm going to be getting other fighters, students of mine, other lads, American Top Team fighters, Carson Gracie team fighters to be my training partners. I got a lot, so I'm going to be doing more live streaming. And then I'm going to start, I think, my man Ivan White. What's up, Ivan White? Old school powerhouse, South Florida hardcore. I'm looking. He advised me I'm start live streaming at concerts. Yeah, right. A hardcore shows always shows skinhead concerts that we go at. Bang. Yeah, the Vice documentary. That's a long subject. I won't be able to get into it right here. But basically, I come out with the first Millwall video, which is Steve Dolan had wound me up pretending he was the leader of Millwall. Got me and I come up with the idea of a 10-on-10 Miami versus Millwall. Still what I want to do. Professional fight, a pay-per-view, first ever 10-on-10 hooligan fight, pay-per-view. That's still my idea. He was winding me up like he was the leader of Millwall Top Boy, and I told him, hey man, cut a promo against us, get in front of Millwall pub with 10 lads with Bally's, call us out for a fight. He says, oh yeah, but my guys won't understand it, so you do it first. We're talking on the phone, or we're talking messaging, whatever. So I done it, and he thought he was winding me up, and he thought it was quite funny, but look what I've done since then. Who's more famous now in UK, Steve Dolan, me, or you? So then that led to The Sun. I got so much press in UK daily. So I got this. Look up Diablo, The Sun. I got a story in The Sun. I knew about The Sun from Sex Pistols. And Cocksparrow, they got a song like, I got Daily Star, I got so much UK media that led to a UK Vice story. The man like Nick Chester, who had written a bunch of hooligan books, and he wrote books. He ghost wrote books for the likes of Hotshot I mentioned earlier, and Colin Blaney, rest in peace, ICJ, Intercity Jibbers, Manchester Red Army. He sent book for me, autograph. I was meant to meet Colin Blaney, but he passed away sadly. Bomb. So then the basically the Nick Chester written article turned into the people, the leaders of UK Vice said, oh my God, this guy's amazing, just like Lee Eaton, Tyson Fury's manager, who initially had the fight set up for me and Tommy Robinson. When the Plymouth guys that they know each other through the boxing or whatever, they showed him my stuff. And Lee Eaton said, oh my God, this guy's amazing. Everybody says that about me. This guy's amazing. So they said, oh, well, you want me to do fight? They wanted to put me on the KSI versus FaZe Temper. So then the question becomes, so then the Vice documentary came because I already had a written story. That's by Nick Chester. You could look it up. I forgot the name of it. But, the question becomes, should I have not done the Tommy podcast? I wasn't there to debate politics, and it was a dangerous situation. I'm by myself in a foreign country. Then why didn't we go to their studio? We went in the middle of the farm in Caerphilly with all damn Welsh writing. I never been there. I'm by myself, and we get there, and they rent a place with a boxing ring and a big geezer with the Krav Maga shirts, obviously there to be a referee, ex-prison guard, man like Ram. That Cullen is sitting on a bunch of footage that he hasn't used that'll make it look like it was all wind up. Because you hear the Ram talking after Cullen, if you're hearing, release the footage, bro. Because they got Yaxley afterwards, and Cullen's trying to set up a fight. But obviously Yaxley wouldn't do it. They're trying to beat me up, to soften me up, to get me in the ring, so Yaxley could hurt me, but he can't hurt me even if I don't use hands. I could start with a sofa match. I challenge him to a sofa match, any match. One arm behind my back match. But afterwards, once I took my shirt off and Yaxley was outside, he didn't know what happened. He didn't understand it. But once he saw me get serious, and I was like, and I'm starting to get ready, then Cullen saying, okay, he must have said it to him quiet, because about coming back to do a fight, because he actually, like, about doing a boxing match. Cullen tried to be slick and get a free boxing match of me and Tommy Robinson for his podcast. But I was already in negotiations with the Zone. We're going to bring it all down. I tried to get in the room with them ahead of time and tell them. We could have reshot it. We could have did it better. We could have sat there and did promos inside the ring. But you actually saw what happened, and the next thing he's saying, oh, yeah, I'll come back in a week for a boxing match. Yeah, I'll come back in a week for a boxing match. Ask Harrison. They have footage of it, of Yaxley saying he's going to come back for a boxing match in a week. Obviously, he never agreed to it. And then, besides that, there's a second footage of Ram talking. And then the thing is, once I saw that it wasn't going to stop, I'm holding the other guy. I've been jumped so many times, and that's what happened on the bottom of skinhead boot parties that I've been at concerts. Next thing I'm getting jumped by 20 people, and I pull somebody on top of me and put my face under their chest, and the other people, everybody's kicking that guy. So it's quite simple. I've been in this situation a lot of time, and then the Tommy he landed one punch when my face was completely exposed. Ooh, there's so much more to talk about. Hey fam, I gotta go. I got somebody coming now to train. Now it's time for serious business. In the future, I'm gonna be showing the training and everything like that. But this place ain't set up like it ain't set up right. You feel me? So I gotta clean the mat. I gotta do what I gotta do. Let me see if there's any more comments here. I can barely read this. Haha, I see you in there, brother. Peace, brother. Respect to all the Masonic brothers out there, as it were. Cheers, peace. Love and respect. Stay tuned. I live in Miami, and then this spot that I rented is in Boca, and I'll be here during the week and stuff like that. But I'll be elsewhere where I teach and train American Top Team. You feel me? So I'm gonna try to do this every Wednesday. But somebody told me to do it like the same time every week. So peace, respect. I'm gonna see if this came out. I gotta go home later tonight and check it and everything like that. Cheers. Signing out for now.